Hello, friends. Mwah. I'm Naturally Melee, and welcome to another episode of Tangles Untamed, where we are exploring how to live naturally. What I'm showing you right now is a pad of the prickly pear cactus. They grow right here in the United States, mostly Northern America, places like New Mexico, Montana, Florida, and I do believe Massachusetts, but don't quote me on that. A very powerful ingredient known as a superfood, of course. So what you see right now, the pink fruits, are known as the tuna, and they can actually be used in drinks. And looking for the prickly pear, I was able to find them in our local international grocery stores, right in with the fresh produce. The prickly pear is very comparable to the aloe vera leaves in price, where I could buy a package of 2 or 3 leaves for approximately $2. So that's about what you're going to pay for an aloe vera leaf. Despite its name, prickly pear is very soothing to the scalp. It has anti-inflammatory properties that are similar to our beloved aloe vera, which we just mentioned, carrying high levels of antioxidants, which is great for stimulating hair growth. Now, this prickly pear is no joke. Be very careful. Those spiny little needles will get into your skin somewhat like a splinter, and it's very difficult to get out. But the prickly pear does boast the vitamin E, which is an awesome tool to help us deep condition our hair. So it's very, very worth the effort that you're going to have to put into it. The oil from the prickly pear has fatty acids and a small amount of proteins, which aids in keeping your hair shiny. The prickly pear pad also helps with dryness, it prevents breakage, and it eliminates frizz. What's best is it can be used for all hair types, all hair porosities. We will use this 100% pure. I'm going to add a few oils and I'm going to add water. No chemicals. Along with the vitamin E, the prickly pear carries the omegas as well, omega-6, omega-9s. It has double the fatty acids and proteins, such as an argan oil. So right now, it's above argan oil, which is pretty good. The oil is lightweight compared to other hair oils, so it's going to be a great styling product. It's going to make your hair glossy and tangle-free. Now, what is this prickly pear going to do for us naturalistas? We have wavy hair, curly hair, super curly hair, coiled hair, tightly coiled hair types. What is it going to do for me? I want to know, is it going to be as good as the aloe vera? What we're trying to do is find another really great detangler to add to our arsenal of things that will help us in the detangling process. I want to be able to use it as a pre-poo, as a leave-in. I want to be able to use it as a deep conditioner. And I need to have more than just one thing that I can rely on. So we're going to go into this. We're going to see exactly what it is going to do for us. And I cannot wait to show you the results. wanted to jump in here and say good morning. She was all in my business, what I was doing today. Okay, so here we go with our first video for the Live Naturally New series. And we're starting with getting rid of the junk. So we're going to start today with a Pre-Poo. Now we all know that I make the aloe vera Pre-Poo, which is wonderful, but I wanted to try something a little different today, and I'm going to use what we call prickly pear. I think the other word is nopal, and tuna. There's different names for this one cactus, and it is a beautiful, beautiful finish. I love this green, but however, it was tough getting to this point. Very tough. The aloe vera is so much easier, user-friendly is another way to say it. So once again, good morning. I'm going to, what? Oh, okay, she told me to turn around.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Okay. So, there we go, Melee. Everything's good. Okay, everybody knows you. Everything's good. Okay, I wanted to start with this, letting you know that it's simply prickly pear, the cactus leaf. They call them pads, not leaves. And I used a bit of avocado oil, sweet almond oil, and I wanted to thicken it up just a little bit, so I used xanthan gum. But you can just simply use the pad, the leaf, the prickly pear pad if you like, and water. That's what you can use. But I wanted it just a little bit thicker, so I went for it. Okay, I have a feeling it's gonna be quite runny, so we're gonna get started. Now I may have to do some of this off camera. If so, I will let you know, and I will definitely come back and tell you and show you guys how we're doing. Okay? So let's talk about the chemicals that are in some of the products that they use to keep, most of them is just simply to keep them on the shelf. So they add chemicals just to sell it, really, to keep them on the shelf for as long as they can. They'll pull in phthalates. They put in parabens, all types of alcohol. Now, don't get me wrong with the alcohol. There's more than one type, and there are good alcohols and bad alcohols. So we want to be as natural as possible in our natural hair care regime. Now let me see how this prickly pear is doing with the first little section. To be honest with you, it's runny and it doesn't have that silky feeling that my aloe vera leaves have. It doesn't have that. But so far, so good. Some of the other types of chemicals that you want to avoid are proteins. Everybody can't use proteins every week in their hair. I know that I try not to. I am low porosity, and I try not to use heavy proteins every week. There's no need. For me, anyway. Yes, ma'am. I will be doing the majority of this off camera because it's going to take me a while to get through this bottle. But I wanted you to see what she's doing. And Melee seems to like her. It feels like it could be a cleansing agent. So what I am doing is making sure that I rub my scalp just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I might even have to get myself a bigger towel. I want to continue talking about those chemicals. The first thing we're going to start with is the parabens. A paraben is simply a preservative used to for shelf life, actually. Turn the bottle over and look in your ingredients and look for words like butylparaben, methylparaben, propylparaben. Those are ingredients you want to stay away from. They're associated with hair loss because they are easily absorbed through your skin, which is harmful to your scalp. They pose a number of problems: drying, irritation, color fading, breakage, which goes hand in hand with sulfates. Sulfate is simply a salt. The salt created when sulfuric acid reacts with another chemical, which would be the paraben. Turn it over and look for words like sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium laureth sulfate. Those are things to stay away from. They may be the two most popular. Now, what's crazy is they even put sulfates in toothpaste. You know why? Simply to make it lather. The plush lather we're used to, when we see lather, we think clean. The insane thing about it is we don't even need it. It serves absolutely no purpose. Lather is not cleansing at all. It's simply there for show.